We have already shown you some very effective tire cleaners on this channel, including those from Fricks Protect, Gyeon, CarPro, Shiny Garage, and ADBL. Now, there is a product among tire cleaners that I personally like so much that I clearly and unequivocally call it my favorite, and that is the Dodo Juice New Look. In this video, I would like to introduce you to the product and especially explain a bit why I like this product so much. When it comes to one aspect of the Dodo Juice Pneu look, we don't need to beat around the bush because I wish it were different. It is by far the most expensive. This bottle here, this 1 liter, costs $22, making it more expensive than the CarPro Retyre and the GQM tire cleaner. Both are brands that are not known for offering inexpensive products, and it is absolutely much more expensive than the products from FX Protect, ADBL, or Shiny Garage. We don't need to beat around the bush. This thing costs $22, which is expensive. Whether it is too expensive now is a decision I have to leave up to you. I can simply try to explain to you in this video why I personally still like to use this cleaner very much. You have seen that there is now enough variety on the market when it comes to tire cleaners. None of those I just showed you, so not CarPro, not Gyeon, not FX Protect, not ADBL, and also not Shiny Garage, offer anything that is personally important to me. Or let me put it another way. If I have a selection of 6 products that work approximately equally well in terms of cleaning performance and also in terms of e.g. the material compatibility and with regard to user safety or the potentially harmful or non-harmful ingredients, if everything is equally good, why not choose a product that doesn't come with a pungent chemical smell? Why not? Because you can't argue against it. A product that smells pleasant is more enjoyable to use than one that has a chemically pungent odor. And yes, it brings an incredibly pleasant, zesty orange scent with it. As I said, none of the other tire cleaners I just mentioned offer that. No, the Dodo Juice New Look is not the only tire cleaner in the world that provides that. But among those just mentioned, which are really good in terms of their cleaning performance and material compatibility, the Dodo Juice fits in here. Of those mentioned, the Dodo Juice is the only one that brings this pleasant scent. What is definitely not a reason for or against the Dodo Juice Pneu look are the questionable or potentially dangerous ingredients. Because you see, we have 2 warning labels on here. The exclamation mark usually indicates that it can cause eye or skin irritation. And we have the ADS symbol, which is actually on all products that are either strongly acidic or strongly alkaline. So we have 2 indications. The Shiny Garage, pure black tire cleaner, the same 2 notes. ADBL only the symbol, Gyeon only the symbol, CarPro only the symbol, FX Protect only the exclamation mark. So yes, we have 4 cleaners here, each having only one thing. And, well, I would say the least concerning in that regard is probably the FX Protect because it doesn't have the symbol on it. But it must be said clearly, tire cleaners are not exactly harmless in terms of their ingredients. And from my perspective, none of these cleaners is better than the other. However, that is completely irrelevant if the Dodo Juice New Look does not clean well. And I would say that a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So let's take a look together at how well this one works.
with a conversation like this. I am the woman who has the floor.
These are costumes.
This is undoubtedly a very interesting topic.
Another aspect, but for me absolutely decisive, central and essential, of why I like the Dodo Juice New look so much is the topic of material safety. For this, I have prepared a small experiment for you. I will pour a little bit of 6 different dedicated tire cleaners into the measuring cups and will place galvanized screws in there. And then we will observe whether and how the screws change in the respective tire cleaners. Five minutes have passed. The galvanized screws have been in all these solutions. You saw that I diluted the shiny garage 1-to-1 with water, as that is the manufacturer's recommendation. Now let's take a look at how this looks after 5 minutes. Dodo juice. Wait a moment. The camera needs to focus. Otherwise this won't be of any use right now. So you see nothing has happened yet. Then, Gyeon. Also nothing has happened. ADBL. Nothing happened. Just shiny garage. Absolutely nothing happened at all. Nothing happened with FX Protect. In this particular case either. At all. And the CarPro Retyre. Nothing happened there either. 5 minutes is already longer than what Shiny Garage recommends, for example. But you see, when you work here sensibly, and according to the manufacturer's recommendations, nothing happens with any of these cleaners. At least now regarding this material here. Of course, we cannot test all materials within the scope of such a video, but Yuzan gives us a point of reference. But that is not the crucial question. The question is, What happens if some of this cleaner is left somewhere on a part of the car and we do not rinse it off completely, even if it is just by accident? That is indeed the crucial question, and that's why we're going to leave these things in a bit longer, an eternity later. So a whole day has now passed. The screws have been in these solutions for 24 hours. Now, let's take a look at it. Now, we will start here with Dodo juice. Yes, let's take a look at it. As you can see, you see nothing. No attack. Gyeon, tire cleaner, also here. As you can see, you see nothing. ADBL. Yes, and now we can indeed clearly see something. Do you see this here? You can clearly see where the screw was. This is not a massive change. We have seen worse in wheel cleaners and similar tests, but it is a change. Shiny garage. Yes, also clearly visible here. Yes, you can also see wonderfully where the screw was. That's not ultra bad either. We've seen worse than that. FX Protect. It's difficult to see now, but you can still tell where the screw was. Well, I don't find it as bad as with Shiny Garage or ADBL, but a change is visible. And then there's CarPro. I don't think we'll see anything here. Oh, wait. That's surprising. Yes, you can see it very, very, very slightly. But you can also clearly see here where the screw was. Such material compatibility tests are always difficult for us and are particularly sensitive because now the first ones will run around again and say, I always said it, look, ADBL or Shiny Garage or FX Protect attack your rims or metal parts. Please interpret the results that we show you in such tests correctly. We have seen absolutely clear and distinctly, and I have shown you that when you consider the exposure times of the manufacturers here, meaning after 5 minutes, which is already more than what Shiny Garage indicates, nothing happened with any of these cleaners. This means for you that when you spray these tire cleaners onto the tires, work them in with a brush, even if it takes 10 minutes. And when you rinse this chemical off your rims thoroughly, holding the high pressure cleaner in the holes of the wheel bolts until no foam comes out. If you rinse it off properly, these cleaners will not cause you any damage. On the other hand, we must now say that we have clearly seen, in the worst cases, when a cleaner is left behind somewhere where we did not rinse it off properly. Then there are differences. And then we clearly saw that there were 2 cleaners that did not cause any changes to these screws. And those were Dodo Juice and Gyeon. All the others have caused a slight minor change to the material here. I must be very clear. We have conducted such tests several times before, and the changes we have shown and observed were particularly worse and significantly more serious, especially with rim cleaners. And these are not rim cleaners, they are really tire cleaners. We should really only spray them on our tires. Of course, one must realistically say that these cleaners will inevitably end up on our rims. And we work in the area of the town hall, where we also have wheel carriers, screws, threads, and so on, where there is no clear coat, and that is why such a test is important. But please interpret the results correctly. When applied correctly, none of these cleaners cause damage. In the worst case, and this was an extreme test, we saw that what I already told you before, namely that Dodo Juice is very, very well adjusted in terms of its material compatibility. We have now also shown this. Conclusion on the Dodo Juice new look. In the first step, we need to remain realistic. No, the Dodo Juice Pneu look does not clean better than the products from Gyeon, CarPro, ADBL, FX Protect or Shiny Garage, or perhaps even some other tire cleaners out there. From this perspective, one must say that if the product does not clean better, and if the product is not safer in terms of its ingredients and warning symbols, then one could now come to a conclusion. It costs significantly more than all the others I just mentioned, and that's why I shouldn't really recommend it to you. I have also shown you that it works exceptionally well in terms of its material compatibility or material safety. That makes it special already. And I stick to it. When I have a choice of 6 different cleaners and only one of them smells pleasant, then I am just that way. And car care as a hobby, as something that should bring me joy and fun, can and must be that way. Someone who then reaches for the product that smells pleasant and not for the other products that come with a sharp chemical odor. And that's exactly why, to be honest, I don't really care about the higher price, and that's exactly why I like Dodo Juice New Luxe. So, you have to divide the conclusion here into 2 parts. If you are simply looking for a well-functioning tire cleaner that reliably cleans your tires, is reasonably material safe, and does not cost much, then you should actually look at ADBL, Shiny Garage, or FX Protect, and that has to be the conclusion. In that case, I cannot recommend Dodo Juice. If a pleasant scent is important to you personally, and if absolutely outstanding material compatibility is important to you, then I can definitely highly recommend Dodo Juice. And so I must conclude by saying that the Dodo Juice New Look is my personal favorite tire cleaner. However, I cannot give a blanket recommendation for all of you out there. You need to decide for yourselves whether you want to give Dodo Juice New Look a chance and whether you would like to try it out. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up, support the channel with a free subscription, and tune in for the next video. Goodbye.